Hello and welcome to a video tutorial. So today we are going to learn about making your first quotation. So to make a quotation, you just go to the Sales app. Then once you open automatically, it takes you to the list of the quotations. So then I'm going to click on the new. Once I click on the new, then the first field, we have a bunch of fields here, and I'm going to explain about them in a bit. So the first one is the customer. So once I click on the customer, I can see different customers. I can always add a new one. So I can just say Kenneth. So you can always create and edit, and then you have some examples just down here, which you can always choose from if they are already there. But if they are not, you can always create and edit. So once I click on this, I can always choose if it's a customer or it's a company. And then from there, I'm going to put all these fields that are here. So we have all these fields that we can always put the phone number, the mobile, the email, and all that. We can also, if it's a company, we can always also add some of the people that we deal in that company. Let's say, for example, it's a Kenneth Enterprise, for example, Kenneth Enterprise. So it means then we're going to add some of the people that we deal. Let's say in the invoicing, we deal with Joyce. Then I'm going to create a new. And then on the delivery side, we deal with Dan. So I can always put all the details here. And once I save and close, then I can always, as you can see now, we have Joyce and Dan and the Kenneth Enterprise. So once I save, so there are some of the details that you need to put, like the accounts. So I just put like this, then payables. So this comes automatically, but if you said they are not automatic, then you can always choose like what I've just done. So just save and close. And now the invoice address, we can see we deal with Joyce, and delivery we deal with Dan. So this is how you can always add a customer if they're not there. So, but if they're there, you just choose them from the list once you type. Then we have the expiry date of this quotation. I can always choose it's going to expire maybe 31st. And then we have where we can set automation of, for example, if your quotations expires in 1 day or 2 days or 1 week or 1 month, you can always set that by going to configuration and then settings, and then you will just find the field where you can set the default dates for expiry. We have payment terms. So we have immediately, which is the default. And once you choose, you can always add, you can always choose others. You can say, for example, they're going to pay after 15 days, 21 days, 30 days. And these are not pre-configured, they're dynamic. You can always also do that by going to the settings, then allow the payment terms, sorry. Then when I go to the order line, we have where we can always choose our product. So once I click on the product, I can always just choose from here. So we'll see some of the products that are already in our database. So let's say it's this one that I would want to sell. And I can see in our database, we don't have stocks. So if we have, it will be green. Then I can see the unit price that we set on the product configuration. You can always edit if you have the rights. And then you have where you can also set taxes if you have VAT and other taxes in your physical position or your country. Then we can always add, for example, a section. Let's say, for example, I'm going to say this section is for phones. So, so we're going to do a quotation for phones. Then I'm going to add another last product, which is going to be an Android, this product. And then I'm going to add others as accessories as the section. So then I'm going to add another product just here, and I'm going to type accessories. So we don't have any accessory. So let's say the accessory is this one. So I can see some of the accessories, and I can add as many as I would want. I can add a note. I can also choose from the catalog. This is by just going now to the catalog. And as you can see, we have different products that I can go to add. So I can say, for example, I want to add this one, I want to add this one, and this one. And I can say, for example, this is 2, this is 10, and this is 11. So once I do like that, automatically they have been added to our quotation. As you can see, we have all of them just like this as accessories under that. So this is how you can go to add products on the order line. Then we have the optional products. These, for example, some of the products that you can always do an upsell or, for example, propose to customers. Let's say, for example, we can always also just click like this and we say, we would want also to propose that they can also buy this product. So we have other info tab where you choose the salesperson. So if it's not you who is making this, you can always choose another one. If it's you, just leave it like that. And then we have the sales team. You can have different sales team that you can always set from the configurations. And then if it's an online payment that is going to be done, you can always choose that. The physical position, if you have them, you can always choose. If it is a project, you can always just choose which project is that. And then we have the delivery details just here. We have the tracking details that you can have and the expected delivery date. So the most important ones are these ones. Once you choose the customer, it populates automatically the invoice address and delivery address. If you don't have, like, for example, the people that you deal with, it will just be Kenneth, Enterprise, Kenneth, Enterprise. And then the expiry date, you can always have it at default or you can always choose. Payment terms, you can leave it as default and you can always choose. And adding products. Others, like other optional products and other info, these are things that comes automatically. And if you don't want to change, you can always just click on those tabs and change them. So on top here, we have some of the buttons. We have the send by email for the client to confirm. We have also the confirm button to take it to the sales order. We have a preview, which you can always view how the quotation looks like. And then we have a cancel button where you can always cancel if I have these rights to cancel this quotation. Then on the other side, we have the statuses where we have like the quotation sent. So once I click on the send by email, it will go to this stage. And then once I click on the confirm, it will take it to the sales order. So it will be now a sales order, not a quotation. So down here, we have the chat area where we can go to have send a message. This is also sending an email and then or maybe sending a message from the preview. And then we have the log note. I can always log a note just from here. I can type, for example, something that I would want to keep in mind. Then we have send by WhatsApp. So this is if you have like configure templates, you can always send this quotation via WhatsApp. Then we have activities. These activities are the activities that you can say that. So the schedule activities that I will be able to set on this quotation. Let's say I need to do something, or I need to create an email. I will need to call. I will need to make a meeting, do an upsell, or to do all things that you can always add them. They are not again pre-configured. They are something that you can always change. So you can always go to the configuration, then activity types, and be able to create your own. So in this, I will just choose like I need to send an email and it's today and I'm going to assign to myself. And then I can just do a summary if I want and a log note. So just schedule. I can always schedule and mark as it's already done or done and schedule next maybe. And then cancel if I would want to cancel. And then we have now to be able to just schedule. So once I schedule, as you can see, we have a planned schedule, which is today, and it's going to be sending an email. So let's say, for example, I'm going to just send an email just from here. And if we have not yet set an email or set up our quotation, how our quotation will look like, we have our more than 7 different times that you can always choose how our quotation will look like. I will just go with the light. We have also where we can also upload our logo, put our details for the company, put the tagline, the footer down there, how you would want it to look like, and then the format of this quotation. So I'm going to just continue. So if you have your own, you're going to just configure. So I'm going to do this offline. And then now, because we didn't set an email for Kenneth Enterprise, I'm going to just set now Kenneth at gmail.com. So I can always set all those details, others, but I'll just set the email. And then the rest I'll just do it offline. So save and close. And then now I can always send now this email. So we have some of the pre-configured templates. You can always choose change these words, and you can see also our sales quotation is also attached here. I can also attach anything else I would want. I have also where, for example, I can go to have different actions just from here. I can also change these words using the AI, as you can see. And also I have now the button to send or the button to send later. So for now, I'm just going to click on send, and this email is going to be sent. And as you can see, our status now changes to quotation sent. Now, once the customer has been able to, you know, be able to view and they have accepted by us either sending an email or sending a WhatsApp or just printing it by just clicking here and then click on the just hover on the print and then print the PDF quote or the quotation order, then send it on either any other medium by either giving them on a hard copy or any other medium. Then once they confirm, you can always now click on the confirm, and now it will change to the sales order. And as you can see now, it has sent because it's a product. It has created a smart button here, which is notifying now the stock team that there is a delivery that has to be done today or any other scheduled day for the delivery. Quotation term. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quotation tutorial, and see you on the next one.